But yeah, this is the story of the game from my guy Killian Hayes right here. What are you doing, bro? I just need Killian Hayes to get that dog in him. Because right now he don't got that dog in him. He don't got it. Need him to get that dog in him.
Hayes, someone out picking a pocket of lead. Going down with Boyan against Wood. Double team on Boyan. Killian crosses at three. They score three. It's through.
Mobley here. He's not going to give him the block, Jimmy. You want to get it out there.
Good for Killian.
The Detroit Pistons are about a quarter into their season, so it's a great time to see where the young core is at in their development. A month ago, I was concerned that Killian Hayes did not have that dog in him, but over the last few weeks, he's put those fears to rest. Kill made a return to the starting five after Cade went down. After that, his scoring and impact on the game went up. So what was the biggest change Killian made during this stretch? Well, he's looking at the basket. Killian spent the entire summer attacking without a set play, changing his jumper and scoring on the right side of the floor. All this work paid off as Kill is putting up a lot more points. Over his last 10 games, Killian Hayes is averaging about 12 points per contest. This is great to see him in double-digit scoring. Once again, he's getting this point total by taking more shots. Versus the Mavs, Killian hit back-to-back daggers on the right side of the floor. Usually we see him go left because he's left-handed, but that wasn't the case when the pressure was on. During the summer and preseason, Killian also changed his shot release. Just like with Cade, a lot of people were mad at John Beilein for changing shooting mechanics. But once again, Beilein looks correct. Killian's new jumper reminds me of other left-handers like Manu Ginobili and Joe Ingles. Those two are very good shooters and Killian is starting to follow suit. As far as the rest of his game, it's been solid. He's averaging 6 assists and the Pistons offense is flowing. All the while he's playing elite defense on the opposite end of the floor. If this play continues, I think Killian could enter the most improved player race. Another player that has taken the leap this season is Isaiah Stewart. After Duren was drafted, the writing was on the wall that Stu would need to adjust to being the power forward. With injuries early on, he still had to play center for most of the season. Despite that, his scoring is way up from last season, going from 8 points to 12 points per game. Stu is putting himself in better situations to score, especially from 3.
Saddiq thought about the long gun. Instead, Isaiah takes it.
He's shooting better from triple land on more attempts. Fast forward to now, Stu is back from injury, and now he's the starting power forward. This allows the Pistons to have a big front line with Stu and Bagley or Stu and Duren. The squad is winning the boards battle because Stu is going beast mode. He's averaging 12 points and 9 rebounds. That's nearly a double-double. Another note on Stu was his drive he did against the Mavericks. We already seen Stu has post moves and a 3-point shot. If he can start attacking defenses by driving to the basket, that will open up even more of his game. Go ask Joel Embiid how good Stu is when he's driving to the basket.
53-47, Isaiah Stewart puts it down, right, and dunks! What a play by Isaiah!
Let's move on to a player who's gotten a lot of negative energy, Saddiq Bay. My guy is attacking the basket with power. This has led to Bay getting to the free throw line a ton this season. Once at the stripe, he's been one of the best in the league. He's shooting a cool 90% from the free throw line. Outside of that though, Bay hasn't been himself. Saddiq is known for his lethal 3-point shooting that can change a game in an instant. But over his last 6 games, Saddiq is shooting an awful 18% from 3. So what happened to Bay? Well, we established last season he's good when being the second or third option on an offense. With the additions of Ivey and Boyan, that pushed Bay back to the 4th option where he struggles. Then Dwayne Casey and our brilliant coaching staff decided he should come off the bench.
You can't keep getting away with it! You can't keep getting away with it!
Guys, my disdain for Dwayne Casey grows day by day. You don't take a guy who showed up for all 82 games last season and was key to most of our victories, then put him on the bench. But Boyan is cooking and we all see that, and his value is extremely high right now. So basically, the Pistons are sacrificing some of Bay's development for a chance at getting 2 draft picks this offseason. I still don't know how I feel about this, but we do know what Saddiq is capable of as we've seen 2 seasons of it. Once his 3-point shot is back, he'll be back on track. Another Piston struggling out the gate is Isaiah Livers. The living laser hasn't had a clear-cut role at all this season. At this point, we've seen him at every position except point guard. As a result of this, my guy has just been doing cardio this season. Against the Mavs, Livers suffered a shoulder injury and could be out a while. There currently isn't a timetable for his return. but when he comes back, I hope the coaching staff will at the very least, know what position he plays. Now on to the rookies. Jalen Duren is showing out. He's already one of the best rebounders in his rookie class. Duren leads all rookies in offensive boards and is second in total rebounds. Another thing I noticed about Duren is his refusal to be bullied. There was a moment where the Jazz were trying to take the ball away from him and Duren just flat out refused.
Some of that. Let go. The refs are like, let go.
Bill Kennedy says it's my ball.
Then moments later, he gave Lauri Markkanen a little nudge. Duren will be the anchor of the Pistons defense in the future, so it's great he's not backing down to anyone. On the flip side, he hasn't got much of the offensive workload just yet. However, in recent games, he's taken at least one jumper per contest, and he's also been looking to post up more. So we can see the early signs of Duren expanding his offensive game. Expect to see his teammates looking to get him more involved as the season progresses. Last player we're looking at is the red-blue blur, Jaden Ivey. His speed gets him easy looks and it also gets him to the free throw line. As a result, Ivey is averaging 16 points right out of the gate. Combine that with his high assist and that makes Ivey the offensive powerhouse we've been looking for. Against the Mavs, Ivey also showed he has a clutch gene. He had 2 tough buckets in overtime to keep the Pistons afloat. The only thing Ivey will look to improve on is turnovers. Despite leading his rookie class in assists, he's also leading them in turnovers. This is normal for all young guards, especially ones who are starting. However, Ivey is really starting to compound these mistakes with poor body language. He's pointing the finger at teammates, flailing his hands around. It's a bad look and not something this group is used to, so expect Ivey to try to trim down those turnovers. And I know this is asking a lot from the coaches, but we need them to talk to Jaden about blasting his teammates while there's a game going on, preferably before we have a Draymond and Poole situation. Slowly but surely, we are seeing the young Pistons start to get better. Kill and Stu put in a ton of work this offseason, and we see it paying off, while the rookies continue to add to their game. As for Banzai, they are just trying to make do with a tough situation. Look for them to bounce back later on. Last note is that I hate I had to do this video without a segment for Cade. On the plus side, despite being out, he's at every game cheering the team on. Hopefully all is going well with his injury management and Cade will be back at 100% next season. And that wraps up this video. Who's been your favorite standout thus far? Let me know in the comments below. On a side note, December 15th is almost here, which means most players will be eligible for trades. We all know how active Troy Weaver is during trade season, so expect some fireworks once again this year. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to see more Pistons content. That's it for me. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you all in the next one.